Welcome back to the Retro Sports Gamer channel. And tonight, I plan on continuing the season that I started. NBA Inside Drive 2004, Toronto Raptors. I am 17-7, number one seed right now. And it's a 28-game season. I got 4 games to go, and the challenger tonight is the Atlanta Hawks. And let's take a look at their record right after I look here. Got the Jazz left on the schedule, Clippers and the Spurs. So it looks like a West Coast trip. After playing the Hawks, standings, still in first, looking pretty safe right there. Doesn't look like I'm threatened at all. Yeah. 3 games up on the Nets. And yeah, the Hawks are 9-14. Let's look at the league leaders real quick. Vince Carter lead the league in scoring. 27 points per game. And this is on the highest level on All-Star. And I believe 5-minute quarters. So let's get into this now and play some basketball. So the rebounding is up. I think that's because I got Darius Miles in there at point guard. It's been working out for me. It's kind of a odd thing to do because he's like a small forward, power forward, but he's fast and he's tall and he's dunking on these guys. And let's see, uniform. It's good. It's good for me. Let's get this going. This, of course, is one of the, I think it's one of the best retro basketball games of all time. In retro, pretty much saying everything before the PS3, Xbox 360 era. What's up, Deontay Jenkins? Oh, Troy just threw a heck of a tournament in Green Bay. It's an action-packed weekend. A lot of Tecmo. A lot of Tecmo. Man, I must have played like 16 games of just Tecmo Super Bowl and then 3 of Tecmo Bowl. All the tombstones, it was like 15 a day. Pizzas just kept flowing.
Here's the opening tip.
So Mutombo, he's been holding his own this season. But he is 37 years old in this game, and as I just pushed someone down for a quick foul. So he gets fatigued pretty quickly. And there you can see in 2020, you got some fans in the crowd. It's good to see.
Dishes outside. Stops and plays.
Mutombo still got it.
Ball fleeced by the defense. To Mutombo.
Oh, that was a horrible pass. How did me and Slapshot pull out that tourney win? Well, we were cheering each other on. I think that helped. Plus, Sean, it was Sean's call on having me be the run the offense, and he would just play defense. And I think that was a good strategy because he knows I could put up more points than he can. But he's able to stay in games with people because he plays some good defense in Tecmo. So I would say we're pretty comparable. Game to game, you know, we might be better than one another on defense. But offensively, he know putting me there would be the best thing to do. Plus, you know, energy was flowing. You got to have a few Tecmo breaks, which we had.
Sends it up the court.
And it was just meant to be. It felt like
From 7 feet out.
we
Bullseye.
pulled out every game in the playoffs. The first two we were down by 14. So yeah, we won the tag team Tecmo tournament Friday night in Green Bay, Moana,
Beyond midcourt.
or
He
not
shovels it right.
Moana. I know that's not how you say it, but I get
Outside. Jump
it
shot.
confused with
That's
the
good.
Disney movie. We fell for the pump fake, and Miller jags a layup.
Off the rim it comes. Fire. No good.
Oh my goodness, 3 missed
He really goes after the
close
basketball.
opportunities. What's going on?
Fires off the
Sloppiness.
He missed it. Rebound recovered. Swings it ahead.
Yeah, Mike Martz and Buddy Ryan. Pretty much offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. We made it happen.
Score that, baby. The Hawks lead by
In the
4.
championship game, we beat Levi and Justice, I want to say.
Drives the boulevard of broken dreams to the glass. Count the bucket.
That one we were commanding,
The Hawks bring it up.
and they got a fumble scoop and score to tie the game. So I had to go down the field and kick a field goal. It wasn't my best drive ever. I left it up there a couple times.
Let's one
Could have been
fly.
intercepted, but
He misses.
it worked out. And I was able to make the field goal. Come on, these guys can't hit a layup.
Lays it up. He draws the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Yes, he is a Mortal Kombat master.
That's an area that he could work on.
I've never personally seen him lose. I think one of the times at D-Men Tap when he came for a tournament, a guy beat him in a round, but that was about it. And he could use any character. I don't know how much time he must have spent with that game to be that good. And he has a lot of the fatalities memorized.
What goes up must
So we
come
could just
down
pull those
below.
out at will.
Out of the sea of bodies in the paint and simply exploded to the rack.
To Carter. 2 minutes remaining.
Carter and Miller, I get confused because they're both light-skinned black guys.
In the paint, a high lifter from 5.
Good thing, though, on the Xbox, you could actually see the jersey numbers.
Call the guy for getting to the line.
Good for 1. Reloads for another free throw.
Hey fans, a reminder that the next home game is another of our team bobblehead.
Yeah, but given the circumstances to pull off about a 30-person Tecmo Super Bowl tournament is an incredible feat, and I was glad to be there and be part of it. Got the Tecmo juices flowing again, that's for sure.
And it connects for 2. Count the bucket.
There's another one in Wisconsin on the
Convert
24th
to a 3-point play. Hits the free throw.
in Milwaukee. It's a Brew City Bowl. I would consider going. I have to see what the deal is with some of the policies to get in there, but
Coming through.
That's about as well as you can pin.
That's a
He got
close
all
drive
the way
from
inside
Chicago.
untouched and got the ball down.
especially myself, Northwest Side, just over an hour. That's it.
Pushes it up court. Fires off an 18-footer. Misses
We got the
mark.
auto
He'll
subs
never
on.
miss that shot. What's next, Kevin? You gonna tell me there's no Santa Claus?
Cross court.
We get Miles involved in the offense.
It finds its way in. He bought himself a replay.
What's up, Pat? Yeah, I did hear about Notre Dame football that they canceled the game versus Wake Forest. I was looking it up because I couldn't watch the
Bring it up.
game versus Florida because I was at the
Unloads a pass. Cross court. Jumper from
I was at the
free world.
Tecmo Super Bowl
No
tournament.
points. Crozier now
I saw
has
that they
2
were
rebounds.
crushing like 50-something to nothing, so didn't miss much, but I wanted to keep doing reports on those. Yeah, there were a lot of guys ripping with all those Tombstone pizzas. It was a rough one.
To Carter. Cocks and fires.
Good offensive night.
So yeah, I guess the game's canceled.
17-footer.
I mean,
in the pocket. Let's see it
it's
again.
kind of crazy. It is crazy.
Dribbles
I mean,
to
I
the
really
right wing.
think like with the coronavirus thing, it's something that
The big man smelled me.
people have always been able to get
Brandon brings it down the left side.
as a common flu virus, and some strains are more severe than others.
Will it go? No.
And now it's just
Explain it. He's got two guys.
it's just all about tracking it and people
Put him on the board.
being willing to give up their health privacy to everyone. I mean, it's definitely been interesting, to say the least. I know me personally, I'm not going to get tested ever.
Can't get it to go.
I won't consent to that, but these guys are in the position. They want to play football. They're doing it, and it's biting them. What is Chicago-style pizza? Well, Chicago-style is like deep dish where the sauce is on the top, and there's a lot of cheese in the middle and a thick crust. But there's also a Chicago-style thin crust, which is much thicker than like a New York style, and they cut it in squares. There's a lot of good pizza places around the Chicagoland area with that style. I prefer it way over the New York sloppy grease style. They had 7 asymptomatic cases, which means they had no symptoms. The team they played, South Florida, had 0 cases, but they also shut it down temporarily. Ike Beltmaster's not handling it too well. He's pretty paranoid about some stuff. Started off after I watched the game. Oh my gosh. Contact trace every tackle. See, the thing is, like, once it gets to this point, like, I can't even watch college football anymore. Like, I do not
On the wing.
agree with this at all. Hold on, I gotta make my subs. Like, it's really your own business what is wrong with you. Even the internet, so quick search on the internet will tell you that there's so many people that are recovered from it. Where's Moiso? We take him out. Oh, he's in there. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys know this, but the hospitals, so they're not doing the same business that they are used to doing, right? So the hospitals are getting paid to mark things a COVID-19 death, even if there's existing conditions. The CDC said 94% of those deaths were existing conditions and only 6% were due to the virus. The other thing is that I just learned from my cousin. He said he knows someone who works at a hospital, and the hospitals are getting paid for positive tests, which they're forcing on people who go there. So, I mean, I don't know how people are looking at this and thinking that everything is just completely legitimate. Matumbo's fresh. Put him back in. Yeah, we benched Wade and LeBron for a little bit. Let's try Garrity. Got to get Carter. All right, we're back. Oh, Troy's here. Corona test after every tackle. I mean, it gets to that point. Why even play? Like, just stop. Yeah, I know. The YouTube community police. Oh, Wade got in there until that whistle got a basket for me. Yeah, so it's just not legitimate anything that's being reported.
right side.
Sports are all messed up. I mean, I think honestly that sports are one of the biggest tools for selling how bad it is now, which is why I just can't watch. Like, I know the BLM movement's going on, but if it was just that, you know, I wouldn't be as turned off. You know, because you could make a case, even though the movement's manufactured, that there are some good things to the movement, but it's just with the constant mask pushing and talking about positive tests and stuff, like, it's just too much. The NFL is fined, what, 5 coaches for not wearing their mask, 100,000? Like, come on. These guys are trying to make play calls into a microphone and they got a mask on. They're trying to talk to their players. And, like, you're yelling from the sidelines. They kind of have to read your lips.
He'll try to lay it up. That was Gordon.
That's a strong.
Yeah. Time to shift to college football season to be simulated on NCAA 14. Honestly, yeah, we're going to have to get creative because the good portion of sports is definitely not this year.
Made up of a bunch of guys who can leap like he does. They'd have to raise the rim a few feet. Heck, they'd have to raise the roof a few
You can always go back to these sports classics. That's what this channel is. So now, you know, retro, that's on ESPN Classics, Retro Sports Gamer channel. It's kind of similar. But yeah, even the ESPN Classics right now would be better.
It happens so often, but it's never talked about.
18 today, right, Eli the Wolf?
It starts the offensive possession and ends in a score.
Happy birthday to
Good
you.
basketball on both ends of the court.
So Teddy Belcher's talking about Garrity hits one. The quartermaster, best Army job. Oh, Pete Carroll. Was he one of the guys who got fined? I know it was John Gruden and Sean Payton.
Missed.
Excuse me, Kevin. While I pick my jaw off the table, I'm shocked he missed that open jump. I don't expect him to miss it again anytime soon.
The Raptors lead by 3.
I don't know. I haven't watched the NFL since that Thursday night football game.
Yikes. Miles yanks down the rebound. Swings it ahead. Landed with a look.
Just, I only will listen to a quick report usually on Outkick Clay Travis, and then that's about it.
Dribbles left wing.
Because I followed sports my whole life.
Motors through the lane.
Because he's really one of the few that will be critical of what they're doing.
For guys to stick their heads in when they miss a layup like that.
Unleashes a shot. Nixed it.
That's not a shot he's gonna miss too often. And I'm sure he'll try to.
Reggie bricking it up.
He horses it up from in close.
Hit a
To the
layup.
bucket.
There we go.
Good as money.
Yeah, hitting those free throws, Teddy.
In the paint. Wheels it outside. Sets. Rims it off.
His third straight miss now.
So I haven't been watching the NBA either,
He misses it.
7 rebounds now for the Hawks.
but I know that the Lakers are playing the Nuggets and the
Floor. Skips it left.
Heat are playing the Celtics.
Layup on the way. Can't connect.
You have to hit your layup.
I mean, if the Lakers don't win this year, I'll be shocked. It just seems like it's the storyline. Yeah, Whitlock, I listened to him a few times, but
The Hawks bring it up.
I don't like him as much as Clay Travis. Because he was making he had a video that was
Takes a chance.
something about
Sinks it.
That's a great shot.
the pandemic, the cowardice or something, and then like within the first 2 minutes he's talking about,
Right.
don't worry, I wear my mask. And then after that I haven't listened to him. But yeah, I have heard him made some good points on a few videos.
Down the lane. Yes.
Yeah, Wisconsin was a blast.
Three-point play.
I feel at home when I go over there.
Free throw off. Snatches the rebound.
Although my neighborhood's been pretty good with all this going on.
To the right wing. Dumps
I
it
take my
inside.
daughter to the park a lot, and It's pretty normal. It's packed because all the kids in this neighborhood are doing the e-learning.
Clearly out of gas. They need to get him a rest.
And they got to get out energy after sitting there on a computer all day.
He'll hoist a three. Nope.
They are really
I don't know if people have thought about this, but
And scored.
with the children on e-learning, the government's now able to spy and data mine the children. So if it lasts, you will see that there's a strategy and agenda. We'll see what happens.
He cashes it in.
Like on my laptop here,
Passes right.
when I'm not using it for either Zoom or doing the streaming, I put tape on it.
shoot the basketball well. They're
I mean, especially with it hooked up to the internet all the time.
Second period. Toronto up by 8. Miller hits the J.
Global warming. Yeah. Well, it's more vague than that now. It's called climate change.
At the top of the key. Feeds it back outside. Fires outside. He fires a three. Good. I never get tired of watching that silky.
Pretty much the
smooth
weather
shot.
gets bad and either coldness or heat. You could spin it into some political agenda.
Brought up the court. Passes inside. And he jams it home.
Yeah, I definitely won a ton there. I got,
Good thing we have it on tape.
since we won the tournament, we got the trophies, which was Hawk and Animal, and I was informed that Animal actually, from that tag team, he just passed away either yesterday or today.
Let's see it again.
The weather's the Republicans' fault. But yeah, we got, so I took Hawk and my cousin took Animal.
Raptors hold serve leading at the end of the half.
I gotta glue them back on though. So those were cool trophies, and then we got some cash and PayPal payout from Troy from doing all the online tournaments. He put in a ton of work with that, and so yeah, that was the first night. And then the next day, I got a early sign up raffle prize of Everson Walls jersey signed. So I'll be busting that out sometime soon. Wearing that.
Second, the Hawks have to be somewhat surprised to be trailing entering the second half.
And two Super Nintendo consoles, Gamers Tech, the HD ones. So now I got a bunch of them
That's the story from here.
in my closet.
Timmy Chikane. Scoring. Let's see that one from another angle.
So I already have one hooked up to my CRT TV over there. All blowing by. So I'm up 7 in this game.
The Hawks bring it up. Slings it left. Pretty hook.
Ratliff always a great defender, never the best offensive guy.
He'll go to the charity stripe for a
Garrity's doing well with the minutes I'm giving him. Usually sucks it up.
misses. Mutombo
Come on,
keeps it
Mutombo.
alive. Let's one go. Missed the short.
10 rebounds now for the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Gridiron Masters. You could pretty much, once you call it that, it's like you could tie anything that goes wrong with the weather to that. You know, those two words. Climate change, yes. Climate changes every moment.
All out for that. But the other team comes away with it.
Pick your poison. Ice Age, Earth on Fire, I don't know. Like California.
Going for the bundle. Terry, player number 23. Both players in double figures tonight. Swoops in. Profiling.
See, Miles, he just point guard. I don't know who I'm going up against. Oh, Terrell Brandon. Yeah, he's only like 5'10" or something.
He takes
Total
it across
mismatch.
midcourt. Jumbo grabs it off the iron. Long ball down court.
It's not that I don't think something bad can happen with the climate. It's just I don't pretend like I know everything about what will happen with the climate, you know?
He lays it up. It's off.
That's just plain ugly, missing a shot like that. If I was coaching this team, they'd be doing layup drills first thing in the morning.
Stolen away.
That's 5 steals tonight for the Hawks.
They just get people all charged up over it. It's not like they're out there doing the experiments
The art of blocking a shot. First of all, you've got to
to figure out what's going on. They're just regurgitating information that they've learned from somewhere. Oh, give Garrett. Look at Carter being unselfish. I actually just hit the button on accident. I'm sure you would have much rather seen a Vince Carter dunk, but you got a Pat Garrity finger roll instead.
turn around Jimmy. Down it goes.
The way he's shooting tonight, anyone else on the court should be fine for attempting a shot.
Darius blows by him, but the help defense comes.
Jabbed away.
He's good, but they're giving it up.
Too much passing. Oh, I left him. That's my fault.
He'll try for the three-point play.
Minimal mistake by the defender to foul the shooter and still let him make the basket.
Easy money.
So I got 3 ongoing seasons. Oh, yes. Oh, that's a dunk that Vince Carter would do, like hang in the air at the rim and then just power it home on a one-handed tomahawk windmill.
Alley-oops it. Jumps in the cup.
That's 2
I got the season going in this, the Notre Dame game.
Great alley-oop pass, and his teammate finished the job.
Garrity. Oh, Garrity.
The Raptors now lead by
Hitting threes and everything.
Brandon pushes
And
it
then the Ken Griffey Jr. baseball season winning run.
outside it comes. Jumper.
Oops.
Shooters are big goaltending fans. That's the E.
All right. I know Mutombo's dying. Garrity's doing good, but we got to get Crozier back in there.
Boost your shooting percentage.
Thrown in. Feeds it to the post. Blocking foul.
Yeah, if there's anything positive going on in sports, current sports, let me know. I would be glad to take a look at it. Vince Carter,
Nails our right-hand jam.
power dunk.
Good, and he heads to the line for a chance at a three-point play.
Bonehead. That's all I can say after fouling a guy and letting him score anyway.
On the money.
I don't know who Hansen is. He might be one of the free agent players.
Sends it to the corner. Outside.
Raheem, their star player. Nope.
It's off. Pulled in. We've got just under 1 minute to go in the third period.
Oh, they're draining threes. Everything's going great.
The three ball.
Another effortless 3 for a guy who makes his living out there.
Crozier with
He's
4
like the
assists
lone
in
gunman.
limited minutes.
Raptors break
Dunk
it.
on him.
Won't be denied with a right-handed jam.
A good
Darius
work
Miles
ethic.
is just a throw-in when I traded for LeBron off the Cavs, but
And the dunk.
he's been a big-time
Brings it
factor.
down the right side.
He was one of the guys that was drafted from high school. I think when he came into the NBA,
Turnaround jumper. Back it up and
everyone
take
thought
it
he could be
home.
like the next Kevin Garnett.
70% from the field.
Didn't pan out that way.
Will take that percentage from the free throw line.
30 seconds remain in the third.
Oh,
Toronto
got
out
swatted.
of bounds. Toronto will take over. Through the miracle of electronics, we can relive that magic.
Will I watch the NBA Finals? You know, I thought about it. If it's on ABC, I'll try to catch the first game. If I'm not doing anything, just to see how they do it. Because the way I look at it, even though I'm not happy with any of the sports right now, whatever I see is historic right now. Like how the broadcast is going to look, especially if it's on national TV.
Rifles up a shot. Goose egg. The Raptors hold serve.
What's up, Alex? How's it going? Good to see you in the chat tonight. So yeah, I am at least interested in checking out the first game of the NBA Finals. Or if I don't see the first one, maybe one of the other ones. But that's only if it's on ABC. Is it supposed to be on there? Yeah, I talked about Animal earlier. Rest in peace, and Gale Sayers as well. Chicago Bear great. Let's keep it going. Antonio, have you been watching all the basketball games?
The Hawks have the rock at the top of the fourth quarter.
I did see that the Bulls hired Billy Donovan from he was at Florida, and
A player should always feel good for getting to the line,
what
even if he misses.
OKC.
He drew the contact, and he's getting rewarded for it.
I've heard him speak. I've seen him win championships in NCAA
And in.
level. He's a coach that
He's got 15 points.
I would want as the Bulls coach, not Jim Boylan. That was a disaster.
Can human beings fly?
I've watched some of the games. Oh, one of the other things the NBA is doing, I also saw WWE do this, is they have like the wall of virtual fans where they're like logging in on their webcams.
Won't be denied on his way through the lane.
And that's,
He gets the
it's
basket.
definitely strange.
He'll head to the line for one.
And if it's just for this year, that's one thing. But are they trying to
Short rebound.
sell this for the future? I don't know. Oh, Carter's just dunking all over the
He takes
place.
something like that. He has a special gift, and he just put it on display for the whole arena to see.
He's the Barry Sanders of his day.
Passes
Yeah,
cross
77. That's a life well lived.
court. Long J. Mark it up.
That's what you call TC.
Yeah, Animal is 60 for a pro wrestler though. I mean, isn't that like above average? It still is young, obviously, but
You gotta love the effort. Too bad he came up empty-handed.
yeah, I think it's just steroids, crazy lifestyle. It really does take years off of you.
Ba-boom.
That's just
What's up, Adam?
the offensive end.
1 minute into the fourth.
Yeah, this has been a Vince Carter highlight reel in the second half.
Up into the front court center.
And Jack Vaughn.
Tosses it inside. Turnaround jump shot. And scores.
Abdul Rahim is shooting over 60% from the field right now. He's a freak, and he's on a streak.
He's a freak and he's on a streak.
He'll guide one up.
Oh, every once in a while they'll say something
Players
pretty
like
funny.
that, and you will find yourself out of this league in a
Yeah, Hawk.
The Hawks bring it up. In the paint.
Hawk was the one that they advertised as having an alcohol problem even when he was part of the show. I don't know if Animal had similar issues. I have no idea.
He'll get a shot to score 3 points.
But yeah, I would say
That's a gift
for a tag
Foul
team,
was bad enough. Allowing the
it
basketball
might have been
part of it just
the
makes
greatest
it
of all time. They're up there. No doubt about it. And they have one, they had one of the craziest wrestling moves
Vaughn brings it up.
as a tag team, a combination out of anyone. I really haven't seen other tag teams do it. The Doomsday Device.
9-footer. Off
You're
the
just
mark.
basically one guy picks him up on the shoulders.
Right hand dribble.
I think it was Hawk, and then Animal would fly
Fires off the open.
off the top turnbuckle and clothesline him, and they would flip.
No surprise seeing him clean up the board. He does that
It's a lot of trust in those guys to do that move out of all those years.
not that great.
Won't go.
Alcohol, steroids, Plastos. Yeah.
They are not doing themselves any favors at the line tonight, hitting just over half. You've got to do better than that.
Kids, don't try missing them both at home. To Miller.
Layup.
Hits. Chaos all around, and he still
They were
makes it
straight murdering when they first started. Georgia Championship Wrestling. Yeah, they were both large.
the Hawks bring it up.
And by large, not only tall, but really wide and muscular.
Shoots the J. Misses. Off the iron.
And those shoulder pad spikes that they came out with made them just that much more intimidating.
What kind of score would you give that, Kenny?
Hard to say. Hard to say.
Outside.
I remember in 2000 when they came out with Sonny.
Colorado will take over.
He made a WWF comeback, and Sonny was their manager. I don't think it lasted too long, but it was good. That's when Sonny was still doing it. He was looking good.
Didn't want to fall.
16 rebounds now for the Hawks.
Freight train coming through.
He just got up.
Xbox Series S.
Threw it down.
No, I won't be getting that. I think I'm done with game consoles.
Shoot.
At least the new ones.
On the break.
I mean, the PS4 already does like everything that I need it to do with the streaming.
Pops the shot. Can't get it to fall.
I think if it was backwards compatible, the PS5 past, like for all the PlayStations, that would be intriguing, but it's only PS4 and PS5. Oh, WTBS.
He rifles a three.
Oh, nationwide like WGN. We were just talking about WGN on the Discord earlier.
Right
Because one of the guys from Minnesota,
fires over his
Sammy Smith, was talking about how, he got to watch the Bulls
left
games.
side.
I knew the Cubs were on there because my cousins from Utah
While surrounded.
were Cubs fans because they had no baseball team and they could watch the Cubs on
Play hard. You gotta be a professional.
WGN.
You get your minutes. You try to avoid embarrassment.
Feeds it outside.
And of course, I'm from
Charge.
Chicago, so I had it locally, through the antenna. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make the playoffs.
Thrown in.
I'm the number 1 seed.
Out wide.
Only
left
4
side.
games left.
He'll pop it. Dead solid. Perfect.
Yep, that's what TBS, the Braves games.
He brings it up.
Said that there were Hawks games on TBS too.
Feeds outside.
Atlanta Hawks games, not Chicago Blackhawks.
Poor decision there. Poor court vision. All he could see was the basket, not the open guy wearing the same colored jersey.
30 seconds left in the
And
game.
now I cringe just turning my TV on. How times have changed.
He only blew a shot a 3-year-old could make in front of thousands of people.
And jams it with a right hand.
Terrell Brandon pouring in the assists and a loss.
Bucket's a little wider, the ball a little smaller. He can hardly miss.
To Miller.
Oh, Crozier. 29 assists. That's sharing the rock.
He passes.
Sharing is carrying on this Raptors team. Oh, the defense was there.
Here's another look.
Tom Skilling, oh yeah. He's still there,
He's a breather. I'm sure they don't
believe
want
it or
to
not.
foul out, but they also need some fresh
Some
legs.
people, they talk about him in Chicago. Like, I just tuned in to see the Tom Skilling weather report to see what was going on.
Wisdom.
Carter was flat out dominating, Kevin. I mean, what else can you say? Scoring the majority of his team's points in the victory pretty much says
It's
it
too
all.
easy to get the weather now. You just click an app on your phone.
And something else. Sharif Abdul
And in a
Rahim
few
did an
seconds,
excellent
you
job
could
on the
see
field tonight, but I'm sure
what's
he's
coming
ready
your
to
way.
punch for a victory.
And the final
So,
score tonight is
blew out the Hawks really in the second half.
Vince Carter is tonight's player of the game.
Oh, Vince had 7 assists too.
This is Marcus Johnson for Kevin Calabro saying goodbye for now.
And a lot of dunks. Air Canada. Player stats. Oh, Miller, he's getting back on the board with the scoring. Crozier, Garrity came in off the bench, waited that one and one. Moiso, Tumbo just couldn't score, just rebounds, 6 rebounds, and a block. Yeah, but in a basketball game, this is what I need. Just a good presentation in game, good announcing, great gameplay. Don't need too many bells and whistles. Utah Jazz. All right, so I'll save this. Does anyone want to see another game? Let me know. Could potentially do one more. Standings. Nets, Pistons, and Pacers won, but I'm still 3 games up on all of them. And then it's like the East, for real, where you got a bunch of losing teams at the bottom. And here is the team. Vince Carter, 27 points per game, or 26.9. Miller, 14.1. LeBron, 11.8. Darius, 7.5. It's pretty good. All right, so it looks like we got no takers, which is fine with me. I planned on just playing one and see how it went. So I got 3 more games left. Jazz, Clippers, Spurs, and then playoffs. So I'm trying to mix up the 3 seasons I have every time I stream. Haven't been compelled to play too many more new ones. It's weird. You got all the seasons going on at once too. College football, NBA, and the MLB. MLB would normally be going into October though for the playoffs anyways. So got these seasons going, and I'll keep playing them. I'll keep playing this one, Vince Carter retirement season, and he's leading the league in scoring in NBA Inside Drive. So thanks everyone for watching. Take care. I'll see you later.